How's it going, Internet? This is Jacob with Jacob Reviews Things, and today we're here to do a knife review of the Cold Steel Spartan. This is one of Cold Steel's most popular folding knives. It's probably their most popular pocket sword, I guess. I don't have their sales numbers, but I'm just assuming based on what I've seen online. And yeah, I really like this knife. It definitely has one major flaw we'll discuss at the end, but overall it's a great knife, and let's get into why. First of all, it's a folding kukri that actually can do legit kukri type stuff, which is chopping and slashing, so that's awesome. Big fan of that. And if you don't know what a kukri is, it's just this blade shape where it kind of drops down and you've got this really, really big curve, this big recurve in the blade. And so it was and then they married it with the handle of a Greek kopis, which was a sword I believe used by Alexander the Great and his warriors. I can't remember specifically, it was some Greek sword. But yeah, the combination is great because this handle, you're never going to lose your grip while you're chopping through whatever, or stabbing or cutting through whatever you need to cut. I'm just going to pull it, see if my finger slides up. No, I'm pulling pretty hard. Leave a like, I just risked my fingers for you. And on the other end, let's see. No, nothing. No movement. So yeah, it's a great handle. You're not going to lose your grip with this handle. And like most big cold steel folders, you kind of have a variety of grips. You can come back and do it like this if you want extra reach for whatever reason while you're hacking, which surprisingly useful. I did that. I tried this out while I was cutting some grapevines, and yeah, it works. You could be a real lunatic and come all the way back, which I haven't tried. I don't know why you would ever do that, but it's comfortable. It works. Yeah. So it also has these little these like ridges, these little ribs, I guess, throughout the handle that just provide an even better grip to an already great handle. So the handle is, I'm going to say the handle's perfect for this knife. The blade is great. It's made from Auxate steel, which, good steel. It's not a super steel. It's not like a garbage budget steel you'd find on like a $20 gas station knife. So it's easy to sharpen, holds an edge for a decent amount of time. I've actually never sharpened this knife. I don't know why, probably just laziness, but it's still pretty sharp. Like, still hacked through those grapevines the other day pretty easily. Let's see if I can cut some paper with it still. Ooh, yep, there we go. So yeah, still pretty sharp. What else is good about this knife? The triad lock. This is Cold Steel's proprietary back lock. It's super tough, super overbuilt. You can go on their YouTube channels and watch videos of them hanging car engines off of the back of knives with this, and the lock's still not failing. The one issue with the back lock is that when you first buy it, it's very stiff. Like, you're gonna need a decent amount of force to disengage it, and that's because, like, look how far that bar has to travel from here to here. You need a lot of that requires some force, but not a real problem. It kind of breaks in over time, like easy, no problem, no problem at all. Pocket clip, nothing special, nothing bad. It's just a decent pocket clip. It does its job. You can kind of see the finish has started to wear off after a little while, which I don't mind. What else? Oh, you got a lanyard hole, which is good because like I said, this grip is amazing. I really don't ever see this flying out of my hand when I'm using it, but it is nice to have a lanyard hole, especially with a big knife like this. Now, why would you own this knife aside from just the geeky fun factor of having a big folding knife? Well, it's surprisingly useful. You can use this for a lot of, like, I don't know, hard use type stuff, I guess. Like I cut up a Christmas tree with this. I didn't have my hatchet at my apartment for whatever reason, and I didn't want to go out and buy one, so I just whipped this out and went to town and cut up a Christmas tree. It was really easy, like surprisingly easy. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of heavy. I don't know if you'd want to bring this camping, especially when you can just buy a hatchet, but it would be good for that kind of stuff. Definitely not backpacking, 'cause of how heavy it is. I'm gonna say this is not a good EDC knife just because it's huge and heavy, and it feels like a brick in your pocket. Like this does not feel good in the pocket for sure because of how big it is. Like it's about as thick as my whatever finger this is, index finger. Jeez, I need to not film these so late at night. Yeah, so good grip, good blade, good steel, good lock. Yeah, it's just a great knife. Yeah, and I guess the final thing you would use this for is self-defense, which, as always, I don't recommend using knives for self-defense. There's better options, honestly. Pepper spray, a stick. But if you needed to, this would do the job. It stabs a lot better than you expect it to. It's got you can see that swedge there. My camera won't focus on the tip well enough, but it has a surprisingly acute point. You can stab really easily with this. Oh, and the other thing that makes it good for self-defense, or would, if you're into that, is it's got this Demco, is it a Demco plate opener? Either way, whatever. It's just a square plate they screwed into the top of the blade. You can use it to open the knife like this, or it functions the same as an Emerson wave opener, which, let me grab a knife with one of those. So this is an Emerson wave opener, this little hook on the blade. What it does is it catches on your pant pocket and pulls the knife open while you're pulling it out, which is really useful for like tactical self-defense. I need this open quickly kind of thing. And the thumb plate does that. It doesn't do it quite as well, but it'll work. You definitely, if you're using this for self-defense, obviously you need to train. First of all, you need to know what you're doing. It's not just as simple as whipping out a knife and but yeah, so this works. It kind of takes a little bit to get the hang of, but yeah, it'll work. So yeah, bad EDC knife because of how huge it is. Like, let's compare it real quick to a Spyderco Police. These are about the same size, more or less. The Spartan's a bit bigger, but this disappears in your pocket. You don't really notice it. At least I don't when I carry it. Super light, super thin. This feels like cramming like 3 cell phones in your pocket. So not a good knife to just be carrying around all the time, I don't think. Like even compared to other big cold steel folders like this Frenzy, like you can see just how much thicker it is, and it's a lot heavier. I don't know the exact weight. You can look it up on Cold Steel's website, but yeah, this actually fits really well in your pocket. This does not. So it's one big negative. It does not fit in the pocket well. But like I said, it'll chop through anything you want it to chop through. It's just great for hard use. If you're into using knives for self-defense, which again I just don't recommend, just buy pepper spray. Yeah, it would work for that. So hopefully this influenced your buying decisions, or was just helpful and entertaining. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.